बैक कीजिए सर।
हाँ
वहाँ से सबसे ऊपर वाला ऑप्शन।
ऊपर से सर आपका लाइव में हम लोग कहाँ से वही वही स्टार्ट हो गया
लाइव जा रहा है ना, कोई ज्वाइन नहीं किया अभी ना।
अभी कैसे?
लाइव है
लाइव जाएगा, जिसको आना होगा आएगा, नहीं तो मेरा बनता है। Hello everyone.
हेलो सर।
I am going to describe today important topic for 11th bio, 8th standard as well as 7th standard, 9th also in ICSE board 9. The common topic is the unit of life, that is cell. So today we will study the cell, which is known as the unit of life. When we talk about life, I think the whole universe has matter and energy, and matter is one who occupies space and mass. Matter is classified with different interests. Somebody classified matter as solid, liquid, gas, plasma state and bake state. Some as element, compound, mixture. But from the biology point of view, the matter is divided into living, non-living and dead. The living matter having life. It is very difficult to define the life. When we say that the things we eat, something, move, many things are there which are exceptions. That's why it is very difficult to define life. Whom do we call life? But certain characteristics are there. Observing them, we can say that the thing has got life or not. What are those things? Nutrition, a response to a stimuli, reproduction, excretion, respiration, etc. So these are the things which are observed in living beings, or the most important is that they are made up of cell. So what is cell? Actually, cell word is taken from the jail. Cell is there in the jail. If the prisoner started creating nuisance there, the jailer put them into cell, chained them and put into cell. Cell means a small compartment, a small room. The term, actually the cell term is taken from that a small room in the jail, that is cell. When the Robert Hooke in 1665, he has made his own microscope. Microscope is the instrument. Microscope I have written here. Itself made up of two words. Micro and scope. Micro means small, scope means vision. The things which cannot be seen with our naked eye can be only seen with the help of this instrument. Because there are three types of microscope: simple, compound, electron microscope. So in simple microscope, one lens is there, having the power magnifying glass. You all are familiar with. We have put on the spectacles, which are also one of the magnifying glass. Plus power is also a magnifying glass. Similarly, you have a hand lenses you are familiar with. That is also a simple type of microscope, which is also known as dissecting microscope. In laboratory you can observe it. Then there is a compound microscope having two lenses. Two lenses, one is eyepiece, another is objective. So objective magnify the image sometimes, and then the magnified image is further magnified. Okay, magnified image is further magnified by the objective eyepiece. So objective magnify first and then eyepiece. Suppose that objective microscope has the lens power 20x and the eyepiece has, suppose the eyepiece has 20x. There are various powers, 20, 25, 10, 10x. These are the common powers in laboratory. And in objective, IPs 10 or 20. In objective, there may be again 20 or 45. 45x. So if objective is 45, it's a high power magnification. 45 into 20. So how much will get? 45 into 20. 900 times. So 900 times your will be the image, the size of the image is enlarged. Okay. So that's why microscope is used to observe the micro cell. Cell is very small. Why a cell is small? First you know, cell is small because a smallness. When you break anything and make it smaller, suppose that this is a piece of chalk. When I break it, it has a surface area by volume ratio. So when we break it, the volume remains same. When you jointedly find the volume remains same. But two broken new surfaces come in the contact. So those new surfaces increases the surface area. More surface area, easier exchange, because cell is the unit of life. Means a cell perform all activity. There are so many organisms which are made up of single cell. There are also many organisms which are made up of multi-cell. We are multicellular organisms. Amoeba, paramecium, euglena. These are the example. Bacteria, they are single cell organism. So a cell which is, the word is taken from gel. The history begins from the cell is 1665. 1665, the Robert Hooke designed his own microscope, what I discussed earlier, and observed, so the birth of cell taken there. 1665. Before that, cell term was there, but what you study cell, there is a cell in physics also. I am not talking about that cell. The cell words started, existed from there. Now, actually, Robert Hooke observed the cell from the cork cell, slices of cork, and he observed that the cork is made up of round honeycomb-like structure, and he shouted that yes, the living beings is also made up of some special structures which are similar. They are the collection of similar things. Multicellular in many cells, or each cells are similar structures. Similar, not same. I'm not talking about same. Similar. Your nervous cell, nerve cells, and muscle cells and bone cells are different. But when we observe certain features, they are similar. They are similar to, they are different too. So, then 1674, Anton von Leeuwenhoek, he also observed first the living cell, the pond water or rain water, he observed. And it is considered that 3.6 billion years ago, remember, 3.6 billion years ago, the age of the earth is 5 billion years. So after 1.5 year, approximately billion years passes, then the earth becomes cooled down and the favorable conditions created from where the first cell organism came on this earth, and then they evolved. The bacteria, we develop from bacteria, that simple prokaryotic type of cell. So prokaryotic later on discuss. So that is the history of discovery of cell. I have explained. Cell is known as a structural as well as functional unit of life. I will explain this one. But before that, let us discuss the history. In 1831, inside the cell, suppose that this is a cell. The brain of the cell is nucleus. So inside the cell, there is a nucleus which controls the all activities of cell. That is called brain of the cell. So it was discovered by Robert Brown, the nucleus, in 1831. in 1838 and in 1839. Okay. M.J. S. Claydon and Theodore S. Swan. Okay. These are the German botanists and English geologists. You know, biology is studied in two different branches. Botany, another is
Geology.
what we study in botany.
So human animals.
Yes, we study about the plants. In botany, we study about plants. And in geology, we study about animals. So plants and animals together, as well as microorganisms together, constitutes the whole entire living living world. So one of the botanists, another is a geologist. Both formulated a cell theory. Cell theory. These are the three ways by which we represent the scientific finding. One is the hypothesis. Hypothesis is the opinion of one scientist. Then we come to the theory, which many of the scientists agree with. That becomes theory. And when all agree, without any exception, without any excuses, then it becomes law. So it is theory, because viruses are not bounded by this. They are living beings, but they are somebody considered that they are living beings, but they are not made up of cell. So what cell theory states that each organism, all living beings are made up of cell. There is no living beings which are not made up of cell. So cell is the criteria to be a living or to be not non-living. That's why the first point comes, all living beings, anything which is living beings must contain cell. Parts of cells are prokaryote, eukaryote, natural history. All cells are similar, not same. Remember, similar, not same. In composition, carbohydrate, protein, fat, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, every cell they are made up of, and basic metabolic activity. Some basic metabolic activity, protein synthesis like cytosol, cytoplasmic movement. In cytoplasm, there is a cellular activity, metabolism, some addition, some destruction, always going on. So every cell performs this activity. And new cell, Rudolf Virchow has added in 1858. They have given in 1838 and 1839, and in 1858, Rudolf Virchow added that the new cell arises from pre-existing cell. In German language, he explained that omnis cellula is cellular. Try to understand. Omnis means omnis, omit. Omnis cellula is cellular. The new cell arises from pre-existing cell. To make a life, pre-life is essential. That can be addressed by 12 standard. We will study about it. Huh? Okay, thank you for today's class. Join किया जी?
नहीं सर, कोई नहीं किया सर, कैंसिल।
चलो।